obviously everyone's talking about AI, right? And I'd say AI has been hot for years, but agents is now like the number one buzzword. If y'all don't know what an agent is, it's an AI that's specifically there to take the role of what a human might have played in the past. It's there for a purpose.
Hello and welcome from the sidelines here at the RSA conference in San Francisco. I'm Jarrett Banks, editor at Tech Edge. Joining me is Robb, the Chief Trust and Security Officer at Pax8. Robb, welcome to the program.
I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Let's get right into it. Tell us a little bit about Pax8.
Oh, awesome. Well, Pax8, we have built a marketplace that's right at the middle of this massive opportunity between vendors, the managed service provider ecosystem, and small and medium businesses, which make up the majority of the world's jobs, right? So we help the small and medium businesses buy through MSPs that buy technologies from cloud service providers like Microsoft and CrowdStrike and Proofpoint through our marketplace. So we really serve two different sides. On the one side, we're serving these managed service providers where we have 40,000 buying entities that are there looking for what's the right thing for them to buy. In addition to getting technology from us, we enable them to be more successful, right? These are technology professionals who maybe they've never done sales before. Maybe they haven't built a go-to-market plan. So we have academies, courses, guided growth that we walk them through how to grow as a business, peer groups, they get together to learn from each other on how to build an MSP business. We help them succeed because the only way we grow is by growing those businesses, right? So that's one side of our marketplace. The other side of our marketplace is the big enterprise SaaS companies. Like I mentioned, the Microsofts and CrowdStrike, all these companies, and most of them have over time realized that it's very expensive to go after the SMB market. And frankly, there's not always an ROI to do it. So we have made it for them one place that they can go into our marketplace where they have access, like I mentioned, to those 40,000 MSPs with many millions of end users behind them. We give them one place to get to it and get access to that market that they otherwise wouldn't get into.
All right, great. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing here at RSA.
Yeah, well, like I mentioned, there's the two customer bases. So we're really here to serve both. On the one side, our partners, we meet with them here. They're here to learn about security. We're here to enable them and make sure that they have the right practices. On the other side, our vendors that we want to meet with and really talk to them about this new opportunity they have to get access to the massive SMB that they might not have seen in the past. So, we're meeting with the vendors, talking about which ones would make sense to put in the marketplace. I personally am here as I run trust and security internally to make sure I'm on top of what security needs to be, right? Both for securing Pax8, figuring out how do we secure this new AI world that's coming at us fast, but also for what does it look like for my MSPs? What does a great security program look like when you're offering outsourced IT to the yoga studios and the dentist's office? And that changes, right, over time, and RSA Conference is the number one place to come keep up with those trends and make sure that we're moving in the right direction.
That makes sense. What's your role like as Pax8's Trust and Security Officer?
Oh, thanks. It's fun. I say one of the main reasons that we use that title instead of CISO or Chief Risk Officer is it causes really interesting conversations, right? When you think about a CISO, a Chief Information Security Officer, you probably think IT security. This is a very technical person whose job is to make sure the technology is put in place in a secure way. And that's certainly a big part of my job. But more fundamentally, I'm there to make sure Pax8 operates in a trustworthy manner. Right? I'm there to make sure that we have built the processes, they have the people trained, we have the systems in place to control and protect the data of my partners, whether that's the vendors in my marketplace, whether that's the MSPs, my own employees, making sure those things are secure. And I have to do that at scale over time, right? If you think about what is fundamental to a marketplace, yeah, there's buyers and sellers, but you have to have a trustworthy transaction, right? If you don't have a trustworthy transaction, no one's going back to that store. So I need to make sure that the Pax8 marketplace stays trustworthy over time.
All right, what are some of the hot topics that you've observed so far here at RSA?
Oh man, there's all kinds of great stuff. Obviously everyone's talking about AI, right? And I'd say AI has been hot for years, but agents is now like the number one buzzword. If y'all don't know what an agent is, it's an AI that's specifically there to take the role of a what a human might have played in the past. It's there for a purpose, a purpose-based AI who's going to do some actions. Well, how do agents change things? If you have a customer support agent or you've got a development agent, how do you secure those things? How is that different than trying to secure a typical piece of software or a typical user? I said that's probably the hottest topic right now, and how it's going to change all of our jobs, all of the way we work.
Now, some of your partners, as you said, are the biggest companies in cybersecurity. What are they telling you?
Well, they're all building out their own strategy, right? I think everyone is rushing out on the SaaS side to embed AI into what they do, and I think like the first step has been, hey, we do these 4 important capabilities. Let's use AI to make it more efficient, make it cheaper, make it faster, right? Well, okay, then what comes next? What comes next when maybe you start to have autonomous users doing things? Well, now the security companies are starting to try and do the same thing, right? Try and have autonomous users from their tools who can maybe help you do threat hunting and help you do, looking through your environment for bad activities, help you do incident response. All of the things that humans do today, they're trying to build agents to do it. I think as of today, there's a lot of promise there. Maybe it's not quite delivered yet, but I imagine by the time we get here next year, there's going to be a lot of stories of success for how that's going.
All right, fantastic. My thanks to Robb Reck, the Chief Trust and Security Officer at Pax8. I'm Jarrett Banks of TechEdge, signing off from San Francisco.